ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Punjabication, the chant as usual.
Yes, Swamiji. Om Bhadram Karne Vishuriyama Deva Bhadram Bhashe Makshavirajatra Sirairangahi Sruttuvabhum Satsanumi Veshemehinam Yadayu Swastina Indro Vidyashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Srasyo Arishtarimi Swastino Brahaspati Dadadu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Okay. With that, let us quickly go over the first 3-4 verses. Then, if you have any questions, you can clarify. I am sure there will be questions. Okay. So, after the Agama Prakarana, on the basis of the Shastra, you have established Aham Brahmasmi iti. And now, to make Aham Brahmasmi clear, you have to understand the Mithyatvam of the world. So, using the same analogy of waking dream and deep sleep, he is going to prove the Mithyatvam of the waking world. Okay? That dream is Mithya, we take it for granted, actually. If you ask anyone, is dream real? They are just a dream, not real. We have not logically established that. It's only an experiential thing for us. The dream is not real. Why? Because we are talking in the waking. Because we are talking in the waking, we are interacting in the waking, we have made an assumption that dream is not real. We have not logically proved it. So now, that's what he's starting with. Because once you logically prove that dream is real, that can be an example to show that certain other things are also not real. Whatever you are using as an example should be have been independently proved first. Okay? That's important thing. So now he is doing that. So he is saying, Vaityatyam sarva bhavanam Swapne ahur manishinah Antasthanatu bhavanam Samvrtitvena hetunam. Swapne sarva bhavanam Vaityatyam ahu manishinah. Manishinah, the thinkers, yeah, have taken that everything you see in dream is Vaitatyam, Mithya, unreal. Why? Because he says, Antasthanatu bhavanam. Everything is inside you. Number one. Number two, Samvrtitvena hetuna. And there is no place inside it to hold the whole thing. Inside, no, there is no place. Okay. You are sleeping in your 10 by 12 bedroom. Okay. And you are dreamt of Gomukh, the huge thing. Where is a place for Gomukh in your bedroom? So, Samvrtatvena hetuna. Because there is no place for all that. So, we know that it was just a mental projection, nothing more than that. Okay, fine. अधीर्गत्वाच्च कालस्य गत्वा देशाद् न पश्यति प्रतिबुद्धस्य वै सर्वः तस्मिन् देशे न विद्यते. In the dream I traveled to that place and saw it. It's an argument like that. I mentioned it last class, remember? Lobsang Rampa. He talks about dream as astral travel. Very interesting. Those books are very interesting, and you will find on the net meditative exercises based on Lobsang Rampa and everything. Lobsang Rampa actually is a British gentleman who has never travelled outside England, but he writes about Tibet and everything. Okay, that in this Britisher's body there is a Tibetan Lama who has occupied and all that stuff. He spins a nice yarn. Good work of fiction, interesting. Okay, nothing more than that. But this is one of the arguments. Okay, he says, adhirgatvacha kalasya gatva desha na pashyati. You dreamt that you got into a train, went to Rishikesh, then from there drove down all the way to Gangotri, walked all the way to Gomukh. अरे यार ये तो 5-6 दिन लगेगा. It will take 4-5 days. Where is the time for that? Ardhirgatvat kalasya gatva desha na pashyati. You don't see it. You don't actually go and see it. No. So astral travel doesn't require time. All right, you are in Gomukh and you decided to have a dip in the Ganga. Freezing cold. You had a dip and in that cold, you suddenly woke up. Where do you find yourself? In Gomukh or in your bedroom? Then you say, "Arey yaar, it's raining outside and I was not off the AC. That's why I'm feeling cold." And I dreamt of Gomukh. Some trigger point. Okay. Therefore, pratibuddhascha vai sarva. When you are woken up, tasmin deshena vidyate. You are not in that place. Nor do you remember traveling back, astral travel, traveling back to your body. You don't remember that also. Therefore, it's very clear that it is just inside. That's all. So, he is giving you logic and he is stating your own experience. Okay? Yukti and Anubhava he has stated. Yukti is logic, Anubhava your experience. Now he is stating the Shastra also. Shruti. What is that? Abhavascha rathadinam shruyate nyaya purvakam vaitatyam tena vai praptam swapne ahu prakashitam. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. That's a statement. That all the chariots, etc., that you see in your dream does not have an empirical existence. Does not have an existence. The Shruti actually is doing only Anuvada there, but whatever. Yeah. Rathadinam cha bhavascha shruyate nyaya purvakam. With some logic it gives. Therefore he says, Vaityatyam tena praptam. By that, Vaitatyam praptam, Mithyatvam praptam, Swapne ahu prakashitam. So now, on the basis of Shruti, Yukti and Anubhava, is very clear, dream is Mithya, independently established. Your Anubhava, the logic and the Shruti, all three supports the Mithyatvam of dream. Okay? Now, he is giving you a different logic. Okay? He is taking a logical jump. Antasthanatu vedanam tasma jagrate smrutam yatha tatra tata swapne samvritetena vidyate. He says, Antasthanatu vedanam, all the different objects, Antasthanatu tasma jagrate api smrutam. Okay. Yatha tatra tatha swapne. Like how it is in the waking, similarly in dream, samvrittitvena vidyate. Both are mithya, he says. There are two reasons here. One is, everything is in Hiranyagarbha's mind. May not be in your mind. But when we looked in the first Agama Prakarana, first chapter, everything is in Hiranyagarbha's mind or not? So you are part of Ishvara's dream, virtual reality. You are part of Ishvara's dream. That's why he saw and it was there. Exactly like how in dream you saw and it is there. Therefore, for the same reason. Now, what is the reason? Now, I am giving you a logical statement. Okay? जागृतः मिथ्यः दृश्यत्वात् यथा स्वप्न. The waking state is mithya because drishyatvat, it is seen by you. Okay? Example, dream state. Remember, dream is already established mithya. You see the dream or you don't see the dream. Do you have a subject-object relationship with the dream or you don't have it? All those reasons are applicable in waking also. Subject-object relationship. It is on object of your awareness. Waking is object of awareness, dream is also object of awareness. If dream is mithya, this also has to be mithya. Why? Drishyatvat iti hetuna. That's the logical jump. What is the hetu? Drishyatvat. That means what? Yad drishyam tad mithya. Whatever is seen is mithya. Yad drishyam tad mithya. That's a vyapti. Vyapti has to be gained from an experience. Experience is swapnam. Like yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra agnihi. Yatha pakashale, in your kitchen. Parvato vanniman. The forest has got fire. Why? Dhumatvat. I'll come to Mangala. Yeah. Dhumatvat. So similarly here, yad drishyam tad mithya yatha swapne jagritaha api drishyam tasmad mithya. Logic is tight. No upadi in the logic. Yeah, Punjab Kishan, you have a question?
Swamiji, there would be one slight difference between dream and waking. Like how we see things.
Like?
In dream, like in your dream, what you see cannot be seen by others. Whereas in
who said it is not seen by the others? It is seen by everyone in your dream.
Those people I see in the dream, they see the same thing.
So your experience, so all those people are seeing it. Exactly like here.
Okay. So it has to be taken it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Not connected with the Jagrat.
Samsara swapna tulyo hi ragadvesha adi sankulaha. Atma bodha. Simple text. Very simple. Basic, but it is there.
Okay.
Yeah. Drishyatvad iti hetuna. Yeah, Bharati, you have a question.
Yes, Swamiji, I was also thinking the same thing of Panchapakeshwar is said. But to this, I want to add that, see, now in the waking stage, everybody is seeing, I'm seeing, supposing what is in front of me.
Yeah.
Then the persons who are with me are seeing the same thing. So there's like an objective thing, everybody is seeing the same thing. So how?
So in the dream also it is the same thing. In the dream, everybody is seeing the same thing. No? Let us say, one second. Bharati, listen. Let us say you are attending a class in the dream state.
Okay.
Your other classmates are seeing the same and hearing the same thing.
In the dream, yeah.
In the dream, yeah.
But then upon waking, I have those recollections, but those who
So the dreamer has a recollection. Now you are talking from the waker's point. Talk from the dreamer's point.
Okay.
Yeah. See, logically you cannot establish one is more real than the other. We can establish that only because we are talking from the waking state standpoint.
Okay.
It's only because we are awake, therefore we are taking the stand on the waking state and then saying dream is not real.
Okay.
Yeah. Take the stand on the dreamer's state and then try to say the same thing. It won't work. Yeah, we habitually take the world as real. And for functional purposes, we divide the reality into Paramarthikam, absolute, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, Vyavaharikam, the waking state, Pratibhasikam, dream state, or subjective, anything subjective. That is for functional purposes. Now we are trying to get into the reality of things. So, in mithya, there can be degrees. But it is mithya all right. So, the whole argument is to establish that the world is as mithya as anything else. That the world I am dealing with is equally mithya. The whole purpose is meant for that. Yeah, naturally, if I've eaten food in the dream, I can still wake up hungry. No? Similarly, you can have a nice 7-course meal and dream that you're fasting, no? That you're not eaten for 3 days. You can have either experiences. Because what is valid in one is not valid in the other state. The only thing is you connect up all the states. Don't lose sight of that. You, the consciousness, connect all the 3 states of experience. That's only reality. So the 3 states of experience are superimposed on you, the consciousness. And anything that is superimposed is mithya. So naturally, functionally, we will take this as more real. That's okay. That's for functioning purposes. But there are characters who will take their dream very, very seriously. Dream analysis, oh my God, it's a huge natakbaji on this. Dream analysis, that psychoanalysis of your dream and there may be some validity in that. After having dismissed this as really nonsense, I would also say there is some validity in that if you are getting repeatedly the same or similar dream week after week, then there may be something your subconscious mind is trying to send you a message. You have to look into it. Without making it real. It's mithya only. Where is your subconscious mind? Real anyway. Your conscious mind is mithya. What about subconscious? It's equally mithya. Yeah. Any of those things are mithya. So that is why Mandukya Karika, if you are learning along the Karika and if you are learning it every day, studying it every day, it can be mind blowing. Because only moorings you will have is Satyam Jnanam Anantam, nothing else.
Swamiji, when you say mind, itself, immaterial, is it conscious or subconscious? Mind is mithya.
The whole mind is mithya. Everything is mithya, exactly. Yeah, so you got your subconscious mind is working and you got certain tunes in your dream. So you solve maths problem in your dream sometimes. This only shows that there is not a watertight compartment between waking and dream. In dream you shed lot of tears and you woke up with your pillow wet. 2 mithya states affecting each other. Look at it. The snake on the rope does not affect the rope, does it? The snake, the slimy snake that you saw on the rope does not make the rope slimy. Why? Because one is real, the other is mithya. Within that example. But waking dream is affecting each other. Why? Because both are mithya. 2 mithya things can affect each other. Mithya cannot afford satyam. Mithya cannot affect the satyam. But 2 mithya things can affect each other. So that way, if you look at it psychologically, what is dream? Dream is throwing up what in your waking state you had pushed into the subconscious, isn't it? You didn't have time to analyze, to think about everything that you saw, etc. It got pushed in, and in dream you're doing a mental vomiting. You're creating some story out of it and it's coming out. Big deal. It's the whole thing is still mithya anyway. It doesn't make it satyam. So there is some sort of interdependency between waking and dream. They are not watertight compartments. There's some sort of affecting each other is there. Big deal. That only proves mithyatvam of the world, because only two mithya things can affect each other. Satyam can only be the basis for everything. Adhisthana bhutam. The basis for everything. So our holding on to the waking as real has to be shaken up. This is what Mandukya Karika is doing. We hold on to as though everything is reality in waking. What is reality? Tell me. It's not real. There's nothing real about your waking anyway. You're in Ishvara's dream. When Ishvara goes to sleep after dreaming, you'll have pralaya. Then when he wakes up, the new cycle of creation will start. The whole yuga is one day of Brahma. Brahmaji is one day. Yeah, right now he's dreaming of all of us. Because, look at it. Now let us look at it from Ishvara's standpoint, the creation. What is this creation from Ishvara's standpoint? He thought and it was there. It is not that the first day he created space, then he created earth, then he created the planet, then he created everything. Then after that he found it all too dark, so he put a sun there. The Genesis. Okay. So how did he get first day, second day, third day without the sun? I don't know. And which sun he was following? It is not like that. Though we will talk about some Srishti Krama, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi, etc. in Taittiriya, for example. It is not that when you have a dream, at one stroke everything is on. No? Though the dream may unfold first day, second day, third day, etc. Similarly, Big Bang, one shot, space, time, everything is there. And then it may unfold certain things. It may evolve into certain things. There's a story in it. That's okay. It has to be at one stroke. The infrastructure has to come up at one stroke. First he created space, then he creates time, then he creates... Can't be like that. The base, the infrastructure has to be there at one stroke. Exactly like your dream. The whole infrastructure for the dream is there in one stroke. The dream world is there in one stroke. Then within the dream world, your story takes a flow. Similarly, the infrastructure of the universe is there in one stroke. After that, there is a certain amount of evolution, this, that, etc. Fine. The story on earth unfolds after that. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Let us say there is a planet 10,000 light years away. Okay. A very sophisticated planet. 10,000 light years away. They are looking at Earth. What light will they see? The light that left the Earth 10,000 years ago. So they will see Ramayana happening. Ramayana is in our past. For them, when are they seeing it? Now. Because light left 10,000 years ago and took 10,000 years to travel up to that planet. And they're watching, Arey, my God, what a sophisticated civilization. Vanaras talking. And who have seen Vanaras like that huge mountain like Rakshasas on top of it? What a bridge they have built. Oh my God. Overnight the bridge has come up. where they're seeing it now. What is 10,000 years in our past? So tell me, what is past and present? What is past and present? Of course, time is adhyasa. In fact, we are not even talking creation. Creation is a term we use, it's actually manifestation. Yeah, Panchabication? You said something.
Past and present are only a concept in the mind.
From our standpoint,
That's
we are
all.
talking past, present, etc. Yeah.
Correct.
Because we are in the third dimension, and in the third dimension, time is linear.
And someone near the black hole.
It's entirely the whole thing. Black hole, we don't know anything enough about it to really talk about it, except that it is super dense, super heavy, strong gravity, nothing can escape, including light. So some basic information is there, but not much. In fact, it is not a hole at all. Someone gave it a term. If it is super dense material, it cannot be a hole. Like that God particle we talked about.
It absorbs everything that goes into it.
Yeah. Because we don't see anything coming out of it, we say it's a black hole. That's it. Yeah. But if it is super dense material, it cannot be a hole. So there are so many things like this that only establishes mithyatvam of the world. What we take the working world as real. In fact, science has, some scientists have projected that we are all a part of virtual reality. बराबर है, we are part of Ishvara's virtual reality. Important to see that all these things that you are taking as so real, not real. I mean, we are grown up hearing Hindi songs. As long as the Himalayas stand, as long as the Ganga flows. Hey, Himalayas came up only 50,000 years ago. When the Indian plate went and crashed against Asian, the Himalayas were thrown up. I picked up seashells when landslides have happened in the Himalayas. Seashells, I'm telling you. Go to Kailasa, Manasarovar. There is one lake, fresh water, and Rakshasthal, salt water. How did the salt water lake even come up there? So, there was a river which was a lifeline of the Indus Valley civilization. Saraswati, where is Saraswati gone? Only it was dismissed as a myth. Then satellite imagery proved that there was a river. Nobody thought Saraswati would go out. What is the satyam of this knowledge when we are told all this is mithya? What do you think it is? Only one satyam, you. The consciousness which is the basis for everything else. And that is exactly what we have to understand. Because our whole life experience is made of waking, dream and deep sleep. Isn't that all your life experience? And we are holding on to 1/3 of that life experience and saying that is real. 1/3. How is that real? First of all, it is an experience. All experience is based on mithya. Drishyatvad iti hetuna. Drishyatvad, you are seeing it, there is a subject-object relationship. Yad drishyam tad mithya. Whatever is seen by you is mithya. Yat anubhuyate tad mithya. What is experienced by you is mithya. Tell me which experience is real and what is experience anyway. There is some knowledge and there is an emotional response to that knowledge. That's why different people can go through the same experience and experience things differently. Isn't it true? Same experience you go. You'll go to a huge puja in some place. Okay? Some place the puja is happening. Believe me, half the people who attend the puja are busy talking with each other. It's socializing. I've seen this happening. I'm watching. Sadhus are observers of society. Okay, we watch. We watch. Half the people are talking with each other, socializing. Some are watching the puja, doing some japa, this, that, etc. That's Vidbha. You think both their experiences are the same of the puja? And you think the priest who is doing the puja, his experience is the same as yours? His knowledge is different, his emotional connect is different. It depends on his statement or mind. Saying, अरे यार जल्दी करके खत्म करने का, I've been fasting all day, मेरे को भूख लग गई. He may be thinking like that also for all you know. How do you know what he's thinking? God, I wish I had a coffee before I did this, started this puja. And half the people are socializing, talking with each other. I've seen this so often in pujas. Then they'll say, very beautiful, very nicely they did the puja. What nicely he did? You're busy socializing, you had a good time. Then why are you blaming the poor who uses the Ganpati festival as a huge social thing? You are also using it as a social thing, no? The only thing is you are sitting and chatting with each other. They are dancing on the road and having a good time. फर्क क्या पड़ा? What bhakti bhav is there then? Hey, if you're sitting quietly, paying attention to the puja, feeling the energy, the grace of the Devi there, or doing some japa, dhyanam, etc., then you're participating in the puja. How many do that? Very few. Come on, 30, 40 years I've been teaching in Bombay since 85, and since 85 I'm seeing all these things happening. Even before I seen, but before that I was not such a keen observer as I am later. Sometimes the Yajamana is also busy socializing. The Pandit was, sit. That's what it is. So what is the experience? Is it the same experience for everyone? And there are some youngsters come. They came just to make their parents happy. They are bored to death. They are quietly looking at their phones. What is their experience? So which experience are you talking about? When you say there is a commonness of experience, which experience are we talking about? Walking on the road. Take a simple one. Walking on the road. Somebody will say, with all the potholes and this and that and the traffic, walking on the road is challenging here. And someone who is used to trekking, etc., is not challenging enough. Someone who's used to trekking is not challenging enough. कुछ है ही नहीं है इसमें. Yeah. So, what is the experience? Which is true. The same thing, no? The road is same, everything is same. Your experience of it differs.
Swamiji,
Yeah.
a simpler example like a rope is seen as a snake by someone, as a garland by someone else,
Yeah.
or as a oil snake by
That
someone
is
else.
even more subjective. I am talking about your objective experience.
Yes. No, but the person who thinks it's a snake, he feels he is seeing the snake. It is not something which is
Only the existence, yeah. No, I'll tell you one thing. Once some friends of mine dragged me for the Saint Xavier's. They have that music festival now all night. Can you imagine me going for an all night musical festival? But they are all very keen. I said, "Okay, for their sake, I will go." I said, "I'll go, sit down. They're singing well, and it's all classical. So I'll use it as a contemplative experience." Believe me, I was the only guy who was awake right through that night. Every one of my friends was catching naps in between. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, they asked me, "How come you are looking so fresh? We all were feeling sleepy." I said, "My mind was resolved into the all-pervading consciousness. I don't need sleep." You think a music lover's experience and my experience is the same? No. It will not be the same. Normally I wouldn't have gone for an all-night thing. You're wasting a ticket on someone like me. But since my friends were insisting on it, I said, "Chalo, jayega." I'll use it as contemplative experience. I'll convert the whole thing. Yeah. Anything can be converted into anything else. Why? Because experience. It is up to you how you take it. So, what is Satyam in an experience? You, nothing else is Satyam. You, the consciousness, is Satyam. Everything else is Mithya in the experience. Therefore, what you take, the waking world is real. What is the reality behind it? Nothing. If you feel the ground slipping under your feet, let it slip. Don't hold on. Yeah, because Mithya, everything. So, in the Mithya, there are certain rules of Mithya that you obey. You won't jump out of the window from the 10th floor and start flying. Mithya hai na? So, your coming down will also be Mithya. Breaking your head also will be Mithya. Everything is Mithya all the way. If the head is Mithya, breaking your head is Satyam. That's also Mithya. All the way. Yeah. So teaching is also Mithya. Who's the teaching is Satyam. But the Swamiji, the teaching works, no? Kante neva kantakam. The old example is, you're walking on a village road, a thorn enters your leg. Hold on. You pluck a nice fresh thorn. Show me your leg. Already one thorn gone inside. Why are you putting the other thorn? With this thorn, I am removing the other thorn that is there. Because village girls don't carry huge handbags with a makeup kit inside, tweezers, this, that, etc. That's it. Contain eva kantakam. You're using a thorn to get rid of another thorn. Same thing, teaching is that only. Mithya teaching takes care of the Mithya Avidya. What is left behind is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. That's it. Nothing else is left behind. That means what? You don't take anything too seriously. Important not to take things too seriously. Have a sense of commitment to learning, etc. But don't take it too seriously. How can you be too serious about anything which is mithya anyway? That's like the teacher telling the students. I have heard this also. From Asampradaya with Acharyas. World is mithya, be very careful. World is mithya, be very careful. ये क्या बात है? The snake is mithya, be careful. If the snake has a functional validity, then I have to be careful. For the rope snake, I don't have to be careful. For the snake, I have to be careful. That means what? If you understand the Mithyatam, that's really speaking the Apavada, the negation of the world. Adhyaropa Apavada Nyayena Gurum Upadishati. Using the Nyaya, the logic of Adhyaropa Apavada, the Guru teaches. So, Apavada is what? If the waking is Mithya, I'm elaborating now, okay? Because this, I didn't do all this last time, I'm doing it now. How Satyam are your roles that you're playing? Mother, father, child, parent, teacher, student. How real are they?
They are also mithya.
Very much mithya, no? But here is where the real apavada has to happen. We say, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the this. Mano buddhi ahankaram chitta niyama. Okay, you will cry. Okay. I don't know, when it comes to contemplativeness, why you have to drag it out and but yeah, mind is not you, body is not you. Okay. But my mama's role is very serious, okay? Mama is right. I have to see that my children do exactly. Kya ho gaya? Body is mithya. The role of mama you are playing with respect to your body and mind. That is not mithya, that is serious. You end up as a control freak. Where your whole identity comes from. Yeah. Just imagine a scenario. The child does well in the exam. And someone goes to the mother and says, you must be very proud. And the mother turns around and says, why? It is not my success. It is not my success. Why should I be proud? You have to qualify. I am proud of what my child has done, isn't it? You see the whole thing. That's all that is there. But we live, that role identification becomes so strong, the apavada has to be there. Our role identities become so strong. People start getting depressed, etc. after retirement. Because the whole identity gone, my whole identity came from my work or from whatever. And at some time, if I can't do that, what will happen? Because there will come a time. There is a time when I could open a car and do wonders with the engine, fine tune it in this manner. People going for the driving exams would come to me to adjust the butterfly valve in such a way that it will never stall. So even if you make some gear mistakes, some timing mistakes, it will not stall. You will be able to drive and pass the test. I would do things. Today when I open a car, I can't see what is in it. The whole thing has changed so much. I'm outdated now. Yeah, now it's no more repair, fine tuning, just replacing parts. But our Indian mechanics still do it, okay? Yeah. Of course, I'm a seeker. Oh my God, what an identity that can be. I told you, this person who came to me, I was the 8th or 9th person the person came. So identity, I am the seeker, was so strong. He would go to his teacher as a seeker, and the teacher would validate the person. But a time will come when the teacher has to confront something that the person is not doing rightly. He would get upset and he would leave. Now he is with the 12th or 13th teacher. I was the 8th or 9th. And he will go in his life like that because I am seeker identity so strong, he will never want to be the sought. The seeker is to say, I am the sought. What I am seeking is myself. But if your seeker identity is strong, atak gaya samjha. Then you will make 101 rules for yourself. I should not do that, I should not do this, I should be like this only. My guru is my role model. Guru role model, what are you doing? You are dressing like him, that's all, nothing else. I remember this guy, I met this guy. Ashram setup. When I first saw him a year ago, he was walking normal, this, that, etc. Then I saw him a few months back in Bombay. He's carrying a stick. He's only about 55. Okay. I said, what happened to you? Injured your leg or something? No, Swamiji, I'm just scared. Then I realized he's imitating his guru. His guru used to carry a stick sometimes. So he's just imitating that. Role model. That's not what you're supposed to do. What he knows here, what he feels here, that should go into life. Yeah. That is the important thing. So otherwise I am seeker. So you become imitator. It doesn't work like that. That's not how it's supposed to happen. If every role is mithya, even seeker role is mithya. Naham guru, natvam sishya. This is the final understanding that has to come. Yeah. Respect of the guru is fine. Don't put him on a pedestal. Him or her. Don't put him or her on a pedestal. Because then you will start worshipping and not understanding. This is big problem in India. The problem of what I call as devotitis. The problem of devotees. You want to put the guru on a pedestal and worship. Respect is fine because once there is respect, yours learning is easier. If he confronts you on something, you will use it as a learning thing rather than getting upset. All that much is fine. The Kanchi Perivar, grand old man of Kanchi, would tell people, don't use these modern silks. There is so much of himsa involved in doing in silk. So many of the silkworms are dying. He would say that. Say that, take it seriously. Now you consider him like God. And he was respected like God on earth by his devotees. And shamelessly, they'll go to Kanchi to pick up silk saris and go and take the blessings of the Mahatma and say, Swamiji, we came here to pick up silk saris and we thought we'll have your blessings also. My daughter is getting married. Bloody shameless idiots. He's saying don't use silk. Not only are you not using it, you're shamelessly telling in front of him that we came to pick up silk sarees and then we thought of taking your blessings. But you want to worship him. Samsaroyam ativa vichitram. The thing is mithya, it is mithya. Take that as mithya. Understand that. Your identities are mithya. It's just an identity. Functional. Dress you are wearing. Including the sadhu role, okay? Dress you are wearing. Or kya? Anything wrong. Any role is mithya. It has got some functional thing. Okay. Some functional validity is there. That much only. Correct. Functional validity is there. Yeah. Or kya? More than that? No. Functional validity so that your life on earth is comfortable. There is some balance in the whole thing. More than that has got no point. One needs to see the mithyatvam of things. Now, waking, dream and deep sleep. Dream and deep sleep is not an issue. Waking is the issue. Waking is the issue. That's why he's giving you Shruti Yukti Anubhava and equating that with the waking as well. Yeah, there is nothing is real in the waking. Okay. Samvrititena. Then he goes in so much as to say, okay, can just quickly see one more verse also. Swapna Jagrata Sthanehi Ekam Ahu Manishinaha Vedana hi Samatatvena Prasiddhena eva hetuna. Says, hey, differences are similar between waking and dream. In both, there is non-understanding of the reality. Waking, you don't know the truth. Dream also, you don't know the truth. Waking, you mistake things for something else. Dream also, you mistake things for something else. Therefore, Swapna Jagrata Sthana hi Ekamahu Manishan. Thinkers equate both as one. So later on you'll find Gaudapada. When he uses waking or dream, it stands for both the states. Only two states. There are only two states. Either simple avidya, deep sleep, or avidya plus adhyasa. Avidya plus adhyasa can be waking or dream. Correct? Only avidya, deep sleep. Avidya plus mistakes, waking and dream. So only two states now. Forget fourth state. Only two. और क्या है? वस्तु अग्रहणम and अन्यथा ग्रहणम. Non-understanding the vastu, the reality, and mistaking it for something else. You want to call it dream, call it dream. You want to call it waking, call it waking. फर्क क्या है? In both the same mistake is there. In both ignorance is there. Ignorance is common in all the three states. One only ignorance, the other two mistaking. So he says club it together now. Waking and dream is clubbed together. Anita Grahana. Deep sleep, Agrahanam. Waking dream, Agrahanam plus Anita Grahanam. Taking it as something else. Bas, itna hi hai. That's all the world is. Don't ask me now, fourth state of consciousness. 3 has become 2. Fourth kidhar? Vastu is also present in both the states, all the three states. No? The reality is present in everything. Ignorance is present in everything. And in 2, Mistaken notions are also present. बस इतना ही. What do you call whole creation, world, etc. किधर है? इतना ही है. बस हो गया का. That's all there is. That's all that is there. So now what? Now go and have a cup of tea or क्या? What is there to do? That's all there is there. इतना ही बात है. Someone has literally got up and gone for a cup of tea. I'm joking, okay. So good place to stop. Think it over. Come back next class with whatever questions you have. You'll see all that before we take that break. Okay. Take care. Om Tat Sat.